Hello, everybody. This is CBR Hawk 1, aka Granite Hope, aka God is Good from Twitter, bringing you another episode of The Big Shocker. Today's episode is going to be about tax rates. Shocking fact that you might want to know. This is going to be a short episode because it's straightforward. It's basically here's the thing, and here's the big shocker for you, and you liberals need to learn this. Um, and we might have some bonus footage. I'll probably go and I'll show you some evidence as to what we're talking about here, because that's what this channel is about: facts, figures, numbers. So basically, here's the big shocker: increasing taxes does not necessarily increase tax income. Did I say that slowly enough for you? Well, here's a visual representation of that. It is called the Laffer Curve. And the Laffer Curve, all you need to know for to assume the Laffer Curve is to assume two basic things. Number one, at 0%, what I'm pointing at here, you will receive no tax income. That's obvious because if you have no taxes, you will receive no tax income. And at the opposite end of the spectrum, you have, assuming the tax rate is 100%, you will also receive no tax income because every bit that you earn will be given to the government. And thus, there will be no incentive to earn anything because your money is just taken away. And these are two very, very solid assumptions. They're built on common sense principles. And so, what you can assume from there is that all you have to assume is that taxes produce income, and then you produce a curve. Now, how the curve looks is debatable, but there's one thing that's undebatable: there's a cap. There's a maximum point where the curve is at its maximum level and then it falls off. Now, whether there's more bumps in the curve, who knows? It's a theoretical construct, but there is a point where it's at its highest. And we're going to show you some numbers, if I could find them quickly, that demonstrate this in action. But I'll go ahead and give you the wordy version. In 2003, George Bush got across the board tax cuts. You know, skewed toward the rich, yes, but very significant tax cuts. I believe the top marginal was cut from 34 to 31%, something similar to that. They went into effect in 2004, and by 2007, the country was receiving 30% more tax income than normal. Now, correlation does not imply causation, which is why there may not even be a point in showing it at all. But here's the thing: what that proves is that lowering taxes does not lower income. So that half is already proven, at the very least. Unless you're assuming that you're overly optimistic and say, well, we should have had 60% increase, or such as that. Now, I will also give liberals this, and that is that we were at an economic zenith from 2005 through 2007 with the housing boom. So it could have been like, say, the tax increases of the 90s. I'll give you that. But here's my theory on this, and that is that whether we're peaked or not, we're pretty close to the peak of maximum tax revenue based on increasing taxes. So I think that at the very least, what you could take home from our experiments raising and lowering taxes is that none of it has a significant impact, which means raising or lowering taxes is not a case of lowering or raising the deficit. It's a case of your ideology. Do you want more government in your life, or do you want small government in your life? Now, this video isn't meant to debate which ideology is better, but here's the thing, and this is the dead horse that I'm going to keep beating. You have to know the facts in order to have a debate. Stop saying that tax increases or decreases have anything to do with the deficit, because there is no evidence that you could point to back up this point. So your take home message, and I don't even think I need to look at the numbers because it's irrelevant. You could look at the CBO numbers for yourself if you want, but it's like I said, correlation doesn't imply causation, except for the fact that it's strong evidence that it's not the opposite. But we have to start framing this debate based on what kind of ideology we want to live under, and stop saying this is a debate about deficits or debt, because it's not, unless the lower taxes increase economic strength. But then again, you have liberals that say more government control will increase economic strength due to more government jobs. But take home message again, deal with the facts, don't deal with the propaganda. Thank you all for listening. God bless.